Time for a couple minutes of actual intelligent content for once. You're not used to this, so just prepare yourself. This is abnormal. I left the power probe at work today because I'm a fucking idiot, but it's okay because we can do other testing things while we're here. And I've actually done testing already. The window is up currently, which is great. It's awesome. It's fantastic. What we've got here is our little switchy-do. It is called a polarity reversing switch. So basically you put power here and ground here, and then when you push up, it sends power here and ground here. And if you push down, it sends power on this side on the bottom and then ground on this side. And then the wiring, you link these two together so that if you push up, it'll roll the window up. If you push down, it'll roll the window down. The issue we're having, we had it all wired in. Everything's good. Everything's got power and everything. Messing with the switch and nothing happens. But this is my power wire and this is my ground wire, which the actual gauge wire that they gave me with the switch is not the thickest that it could ever be. So I thought that was another issue, but we didn't, I didn't even get there and I had already made it work. So these two here are the downstream like signal wires. So we either send power or ground to each of these depending on if we want the motor to turn up or down. I'm probably going to hook this up backwards, but I'm just using fuses right now, just basically as like a test jumper, just to jumper these together because they're blade terminals. So there's nothing special about the fuses at all. I'll point you at the window so you can see what's going on. All I'm going to do is connect this wire right here. Here is the window, and when we connect the wire, it rolls down. So all that means is that the switch that we have will not carry sufficient load. All of the wiring and the fuses and everything has sufficient load carrying to roll the window up and down. It's not the quickest, but it at least rolls it up and down. So that means we're kind of dead in the water on the windows until we have more switches, a new switch. And I got a cheap option for the switch. I don't know why. There was one that was rated for 30 amps at 12 volt, which is basically the maximum a window regulator could possibly draw. And I didn't get that. I got this one instead because I assumed that it was just a switch. How much difference could it be between one Chinese switch and another? A lot. All right, well, there's your intelligent content. We are now going to start, once again, I'll clean up the toolbox a little bit. We're going to start working on the motor for the Camaro, which I think will probably be the very first episode of the Camaro on the channel. We've had it for a while. I got it absolutely for free, no motor. It's a 5-speed car, it's a T5. It's been crashed at some point. We've actually done some work to it already. You haven't seen anything on the channel for it. Basically, we had to swap the hood from that one over there. It got kinked. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate that, buddy. And we did some straightening on the front crash bar here. It doesn't really look it, but once the actual crash bar is in, it's actually nice and straight and everything lines up. So we have this one here. Her name is Robyn with a Y. And then we have in our nice little personal junkyard back here, here's our parts car. That should have anything we could possibly need. This is the motor that's going in it. It's a 350 short block, no cam in it currently, and it needs to be completely rebuilt. You saw us clean one of the pistons in a different video, but we're going to pull another piston out and clean it and keep doing that until we run out of time tonight. Here's that time lapse. All right, ran out of time. Didn't quite get all the way done. The valve reliefs still need to be cleaned. The rest of it's pretty good. It kind of looks dirty, but once I wipe all that off, it'll be fine. Ran out of paper towels too, so that's awesome, cool. But there you are. There's your update for the day. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you tomorrow.